Okay, kindergartners, today we're going to be making these really cute spider drawings. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to be drawing the spider in our lines, and then we're going to go in the background and add some color. So what you're going to need first is a black Sharpie marker. Remember, we want to cap that cap on tight. We're going to be really careful not to get this Sharpie on the table because remember, it does not come out of our hands, table, or clothing, so only place the tip of your Sharpie should touch is your paper. We're going to do 4 lines that come from the corner and go almost all the way to the end of our paper. So I'm going to start from the left-hand corner, and I'm going to draw a straight line that comes out but stops once it gets close to the end. Okay, I'm trying to avoid the end of the paper because it's going to be really hard to not get it on the table if I go too far. Now, if you have a little bit of curve in your line and you struggle to get a straight line, that's okay because spider webs sometimes have a little bit of curve in them. They're not always a straight line. Okay, so now I'm going to do my second one near that one and leave enough space. Stop once you get close to the edge. Start from that corner again. Stop when you get close to the edge, and now I'm going to do one more, and I have a lot of space here, so maybe I want to do that here. Okay, so now we have our lines. So now we're going to go in and we're going to do lines in between these, and these lines are kind of curved. So I'm going to go in now and do, let's see, I think they were up. Yep, they were upwards curved. So on my paper from line to line, I'm going to do a curve. So watch me. I'm going to touch my marker on that line and curve it over and stop once I touch this line. I'm going to then take about 3 or 4 finger spaces, and I'm going to do the next one. Touch here, and then we want to slow down and stop when we get here. About 4 finger spaces, and we're going to go until we get to the end of our line. So now I can't go anymore. Okay, so again, check to make sure they're 4 finger spaces. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing from this line to this line. Again, we're doing upwards curves, 4 finger spaces. Now you'll notice, my friends, I didn't go all the way across. I just went in between each section. Okay, now we get to put our spider in. Our spider is going to be hanging from a piece of the spider web. But we're going to draw him before we put that line in because sometimes that makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to find a nice little space anywhere on my web that I would like to draw my spider. So maybe right here would be a good spot. And if I want him to be hanging from the web, I want to come a little bit down from that area. So first I'm going to draw this shape, about that size. Who can tell me what shape that is? Good, it's a circle. Now I'm going to do another shape that touches the edge of this shape. Who can tell me what shape this is? Good, it is an oval. So ovals kind of look like a stretched out circle. They're a little bigger than a circle and they come out a little bit wider. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to add some fangs to this guy. So I'm going to just do tiny little curves at the top of my circle. And then I'm going to do some hands. So right where the circle touches the body, I'm going to do a curve that comes out and a curve that comes out and goes up. All right, now I'm going to do his back legs, and this is going to be more down towards the bottom of that oval, a curve that comes down, and a curve that comes down. Okay, so my spider needs a couple more legs, so I'm going to do some shorter ones in the middle that curve up. And they're shorter than my front and back legs. All right, looks good. Now I'm going to fill in his head and his body. So remember what I taught you in class. You want to outline that shape first, going with the curve, and then we work towards the middle and we fill the middle in. So outline your shape and then fill it in. Okay, and now we're going to draw a line that goes from his head to the edge of our web. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so now we're going to take some leaves. We have different shapes and size leaves, and we're going to put them under our paper when we're coloring so that we have some awesome, really neat prints going on. So I want you to think about doing different size and shape leaves. Don't use the same leaf throughout the whole thing. That's boring. We want interesting shapes and we want variety. Now the word variety means we're using a lot of different things in our artwork. Our eyes like when we have variety when we're looking at art. So I want to make sure I first start with one leaf, but before I fill the whole thing in, I want to grab a different one. So you're going to have some crayons at your table, and your crayons are going to be a bunch of different colors. You can use any color you want. However, the darker colors are going to show up better than our lighter colors. So keep that in mind as you're working today. So I'm going to take the leaf, and just like we did with our texture plates, you're going to put it under your paper. And then I'm going to take my color crayon, and I'm going to press hard while I hold with this hand tight so my paper doesn't move. I'm going to press hard with this crayon, and you'll see, oh, isn't that really neat? Look at the leaf. I can now see it. It transferred over to our paper. Now, my friends, you want to make sure that you're pushing really hard on this crayon for it to transfer. So now I might use the same leaf, but come over here, and I'll show you what a light colored crayon looks like, and you'll see what I mean. You don't really see the leaf doesn't transfer as much, but I can kind of see it. Alrighty, and I'm making sure I push really hard. So now I've done about 2 of these, so maybe I want to go in now and do this really neat looking leaf. So I'm going to put that under. And let's see, I'm going to put that under there, and I'm going to rub now. Wow, look at that. That looks really great, kindergartners. So that's it for today.